Hello, 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 hello. I'm normal today. I'm very normal today. I wish November is over. I miss non-horny, non-hyper-horny Saph. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be real. I don't think Sancho's gonna come out this month. So there's a high chance I'm gonna be extremely down bad and extremely December. Or even nutting on New Year's. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know when they're gonna release her, but whenever they do, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna bust. I have been extremely not normal ever since Sancho's existence. Saph, it's no nut November. Relax. No, this is non-stop nutting November. I don't know what you want from me. Get the spray bottle. No, I'm not a Bloodfiend. You can't do this to me. Give me that Sancho lore in here. Alright, okay, let's go back to the game, shall we? Right? Real quick. Because I heard there's some delicious lore in here besides just her boobies, right? Okay. And okay, hold on. My prediction, because I don't know anything about it besides well, I low-key spoiled myself by going into the Discord before I set up stream. But my prediction for this was gonna be that we're gonna get a Sancho mention in here because Dulcinea Rhodia is essentially like the Nelly of like Ryoshu. So and Ryoshu there mentioned Heathcliff, right? And so it makes logic sense that Dulcinea Rhodia would mention Sancho at some point. I also have other predictions as for what could be in, but I do feel like, well, first of all, I'll probably just go read this fucking story and just nut over there really quick, and then we'll figure it out. But please send help. I've been very unhinged recently. Gosh, she's so beautiful. So pretty. So pretty, even without looking at the titties. This is really pretty though. Before we start real quick, I want to show you guys something. Okay, hold on one second. Like a female and a male character being like, I need to impregnate you, like the male character. And then with the female character, the female is like, I need you to impregnate me. And I've never felt so called out in my entire life. Because I'm like, wait, hold on. This me for real recently? I fucking hate this. And so I decided to make one with Sinclair and Sancho because this is literally me. This has literally been me. So I made this stupid ass edit. I'm like, it's too accurate. I hate it. But yeah, no, I've been called out by some memes recently, and I'm just like, can Twitter stop? Anyway, I made this, and then suddenly it became hit tweet overnight in Project Moon Twitter. So thanks everybody. I appreciate it, but also so real. I need Sancho to impregnate me, unironically. Anyway. Why am I being yeeted, huh? Is this not the silly things you want to hear a VTuber say? Congratulations on becoming internet famous in the funniest way possible. Thanks. That will only work. That will only be possible if for some reason, like, okay, whenever Sancho's like trailer ID comes out and then I become like extremely like down bad and like bark wolf live on stream, I think and then there's someone clips that and like posts it and then it gets like big on YouTube, I think that's when I'll know I made it. And then also that it would be my only lasting legacy. And then I'll probably get blacklisted. How is anyone supposed to be lesbian her with those nails? What do you mean? Have you looked at Sancho's nails? Sancho's nails is actually not long and sharp. Hers are actually pretty dull, which is actually what lesbians should have. Listen, you can still be pretty and have long nails. Okay, yeah, still be a lesbian. All right, let's go. really know much about lesbianism. This is new territory for me. I just know that's a thing. But I genuinely don't know much. Because this is new territory for me too. I'm not gonna do a lot of research into it, but you know, we can just headcanon. They can retract at will, you know, like cats. I don't know. All right, let me fucking read. I'm gonna ignore chat while I read this story, okay? We were happy at first. Father spent his days twaddling about silly things like dreams, but I suppose he had his own charming mirth. But it was a good life, if the worst thing I had to do was to placidly indulge his stories. My memories of the years I lived as a human have all but disappeared, but at least this life had to be better than whatever that was. Maybe that's why I agreed to become his kindred. Or maybe I was seduced by the promise that my beauty could be made to last for all eternity. I began to understand my father only when I began to create my own kindreds, my children, when they began to grow in number. I understood that father wanted us to be happy. He wanted to free us from the crippling loneliness, for he was the first to suffer it. Or so I thought. Until some traveler visited our castle and deluded my father with that sickening manipulation that his dream could somehow be realized even in the waking world. Sancho. Huh? Father always tried to bring us two closer, as if we were sisters. Perhaps it was fortunate that neither of us was the friendly type. We both like to put up a wall between us and the rest of the world, so naturally we distance ourselves from each other as well. I had a degree of faith in her, however, her strength, her abilities, and her more down-to-earth perspective on life that heavily contrasted our father's wild imaginations. Okay. Sancho never had children of her own, but she always seemed at least neutral when it came to looking after my kindreds. Okay. And it is that odd distance between us that brought this plan to fruition. Okay. Though we were both second kindreds, I could let her take care of our family, to look after my children and their kindreds, while I devised this plan. Eventually, our father's sanity was completely broken. He destroyed our castle and built a bizarre amusement park in its place. Rambling a plan that seemed to have come straight out of a madman's dream that we could coexist with humans. That we must live begging for stagnant blood in packs when veins pulsating with hotly flowing blood walk right past us. That we must subsist on that thing more flavorless than even pastel paste. That all of his kindreds must live trapped in a fate worse than that of a blood bag, all for the future in which blood fiends and humans may coexist in harmony. His eyes gleamed with the conviction that to dream, he could endure even the yearning for blood. Yet, desire is not something that can be so easily overcome. It has broken my undying loyalty. This hunger coerced me to think of committing the inconceivable crime of filial impiety. No, it may just be that I do not have the strength to pursue the dream as he does. There was a peddler, a merchant of odds and ends who always come to visit us at the amusement park. Our father is tragically naive and innocent. Every time the merchant brought with him false relics, he'd get swindled into buying every single one of them. But the peddler didn't just carry counterfeits. Sometimes, Sancho and I would go behind our father's back to threaten the peddler, and we will be presented with an authentic relic the very next day. So, one day, another day of suffering through that hunger, I thought to ask the peddler about this rumored relic. Say, do you know about the legendary helm of Mambrino that brings the wearer to equal ground with all those around them? Oh, this is what the helm does. Oh, That little Tomb Raider could not possibly have imagined what we were planning to do with the artifact. Of course not. Just as we could never gain an understanding of humans, just as we could never be one of them, no matter how long our lives may be. They won't ever understand us. Gregor, that child, he claimed that wasn't true, that humans were starting to see us in a new light, but I saw it all from the apex upon which I stood. Humans looking up at me and the parade, their faces brilliant with happy smiles. And blood fiends who shuffled among humans with their eyes lost and wavering with hunger. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter whether humans saw us in a different light or not. What matters is that I and my children are going hungry. Besides, Sancho agreed with me. We couldn't just sit here and watch that human corrupt our father with that silver tongue. Finally, the preparations for the carnival are complete. Now I'll leave this endlessly whirling yet stagnant, self-devouring parade and announce the beginning of a true feast of blood. Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. Was going to be one where she is La Mancha Land, where she is starving as everybody else. She's as fucking thirsty as fucking everybody else because she's fucking hungry, right? And this is the one where she doesn't get the fucking dream because all she wants is to be a vampire. Just fucking suck everybody's blood. It doesn't fucking matter. I fucking called it. I figured that whatever was gonna happen with her, because that would be the opposite of Don Quixote. Also, I will say this. I guarantee this. We are not gonna get a Don Quixote ID. We're not gonna get a Dad Quixote ID. There is no such thing as a Dad Quixote ID. He's gonna be as ephemeral as Farm Watch Otis. Right now, I'm calling it. We're not gonna get a Dad Quixote ID. It's not gonna happen. We will get a Sancho ID. A Sancho who literally is like, our dad is fucking crazy. I'm gonna go fucking eat people. So that's my prediction for what's gonna happen for the rest of the season. We are not gonna get Dad Quixote. If anyone fucking bitches that we're not gonna get Dad Quixote, I'm literally gonna be like, who the fuck would get Dad Quixote? Who would get Dad Quixote that isn't literally just Dawn? Okay, we are not gonna get a Dad Quixote. We will get a Sancho because the Sancho who literally never had her dream, who literally never trusted Bari, who never wanted to get close to Bari, who literally thought Bari was fucking insane and making their father insane, and doing insane things and asking insane things of them, is the Dawn that is the opposite. Her bad ending of she will just be a blood fiend for the rest of her eternity life, right? So, we are gonna get the fucking Sancho who literally just wants to be a little blood fiend. And I'm looking forward to it. Dad Quixote would also be broken. Exactly, he'd be broken, first of all, because he's a first kindred. And even if he technically has Rocinante, which would, I guess, theoretically suppress his blood fiendness to an extent, he'd also just be too fucking happy. He'd be a little too happy, and therefore he would be too powerful compared to like our sinners, right? We're just not ready for our first kindred ID, okay? Like it's just we're not ready for that. We're not ready for that. If anyone thinks we're gonna get one, I will just say this: if it is true that we don't get a Dad Quixote, like say by the time we get announcing of like next season or whatever, I will make a video because there's gonna be people who are gonna bitch and complain about it, right? There's literally gonna be people who are gonna be like, no, we should have got a Dad Quixote. Why don't we have a Dad Quixote? This is Farm Watch Otis all over again. I will make a video essentially shitting on everybody without her gonna get a fucking Dad Quixote ID. If I'm wrong though, I mean, I'll take the Dad Quixote ID. I'm not gonna say no, but I'm just gonna say it's not gonna be the finale peak of the Kanto, because that would be Sancho, the Sancho that literally wants to be a perfect little blood fiend. Saph, boss girl to Noma. More like I am just too fucking passionate about this. Oh, so fucking right. Okay. I fucking predicted this like weeks ago, that I was like, the only version of Sancho that would be fitting of her Kanto ID is the one that literally never had the dream to begin with, because that'd be the opposite of Ardon. Yeah, we talked about it on the Discord, and I'm like, the bad ending would be Sancho who never got the dream in the first place, who literally like didn't listen to Bari, didn't care for Bari's stories, didn't follow Don Quixote on his adventure. If anything, I think I said this when after we read Gregor's story, that Sancho would have to be in with everybody else in terms of like trying to get the Don Quixote out. So like she had to be complicit in this whole plan for her to be the La Mancha Land Sancho ID. And I was fucking right. when I have peak literacy comprehension, and it's only because my neurons be firing because I'm so hyperfixated. The horny made my neurons fire at like 100x pace, okay? Saph talking about vampires is as well as when my ADHD stops for a second so I can hyperfixate the fuck on vampires. Hear me out. You saying father of La Mancha Land ID? We literally just said we're not gonna get a fucking Don Quixote ID. Let me have hope. No, your hope for a Dad Quixote? Just look at fucking Dawn. She's right there. You want a Dad Quixote? She's right there. This is you are a Dawn fan. This is a disservice to her if you want a Dad Quixote ID and you don't want it on Dawn. Hello? Why am I the non-Dawn? Okay, I'm becoming a Dawn shrimp now, but like me who before was not a Dawn shrimp. Why do I know more about Dawn's character? Hello? Mersault's getting Prince of La Mancha Land / Cassetti ID because his WoW ego spoiled it. What are you smoking? What do you mean his ID spoiled it? Does he get Blood Feast? Does he get consume Blood Feast? I don't think so. Mersault WoW ego consumes Blood Feast? Where do you see that it consumes Blood Feast? You crazy? Don Quixote consumes Blood Feast. Mersault does it. You're cray-cray, bro. I got him. No, I wasn't falling for it in the first place. I already checked. He doesn't get a fucking... Also, we're not gonna get a Cassetti ID, even though honestly, that'd be really funny. I kind of hope we would, but I don't think we are because it's not... Because Cassetti doesn't technically show up in this Kanto. He was an event Kanto, so... She didn't uptie it. I knew it. What kind of god are you trying to get me with that? No shit, Sherlock. Did I ever consider myself a Mersault sip? Seriously, what kind of godom is this shit? Saph just shit on chat for like 10 minutes because chat's being fucking stupid right now. I will shit on everybody in chat. Don't piss me off right now. I'm eating my apple. I swear I saw Blood Feast on his WoW. Am I tripping? Here, before we go look at our lunch, give me somebody who has a Mersault WoW 4. No, there's nothing here. You guys are fucking crazy. Nothing here. What are you guys smoking? What? Just because it's a fucking yearning Merkala that you guys think that he's automatically a blood fiend? That's crazy. I mean, it's possible to receive 2 Sinner IDs in one season. Just look at Heathcliff. Okay, but here's the difference between Ulfi and Wild Hunt. Is that Ulfi came out at the beginning of the season. Wild Hunt came at the end of the season. We're already in the middle of the season. So, did you think Dawn was gonna get 2 IDs usually when the sinner whose Kanto it is always gets a bad ending version, the version of them that's the farthest removed from who they are currently? You really want to argue on this hill, bestie? You really want to argue with me? Okay, you're tripping. You're hella tripping. Wow, I'm so aggressive today. Why? I don't know why I'm so aggressive today. I remember people were literally worried for a second that Oopie clip was the cancel ID. Do not push the staggered voice line. No, I'm pushing it.
영원토록 이어지는 축복의 카니발.
Oh my gosh, she sings! Wait, that is actually a really nice idol line. Hey yo, Rody gets to sing too! Oh, it's so cute! Oh, okay. Well, for being staggered, that's quite a beautiful way of being staggered, I suppose. I can't wait for Sancho's ID.